to yet another episode of Yet Another Beer Show. I'm Kasey.
And I'm Colin.
Today we're going to be trying Samuel Smith's Oatmeal Stout. I don't know very much about this other than that my dad likes it. Which is
always a good thing.
Yes. I know that it's very dark and heavy.
Well, I mean, you'd expect that from a stout.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Now Kasey's cutting the foil off. It looks like you don't actually have to do that with this, but if you want to be precise,
I just wanted to use a knife.
It's the way to go. And if you're looking for an opportunity to pull a knife out.
Yes.
So I mean, oatmeal stout. Hopefully, I mean, I'm not sure what the brew process is, but hopefully it's a description of the flavors. And I'm expecting, or at least hoping for, something that tastes like oatmeal cookies.
You may be disappointed.
I may be disappointed. I may not be. I mean, I've definitely had beers that have a lot of different flavors like that before, and it's interesting.
Yeah, I think the oatmeal. I think you will be able to taste the oatmeal, but I wouldn't expect anything sweet. I feel like it's going to be pretty dark. Not quite, like a Guinness, but definitely something.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty impressive bottle.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it's a pint and 2 ounces, so it's kind of a size that you'll see a lot of British beers come in.
Yes, it is from England.
Yeah, and yeah, you can see right off the bat as I'm pouring here, it's a real dark flavor or dark color, and looks pretty good.
Yep.
Real heady.
Very heady. Not much carbonation inside. It looks
basically,
like. It's too dark to see.
What we're out to do here is prove whether or not Kasey's dad has good taste in beer. Yeah, no, I mean, as you'd expect with certain stouts, it looks almost like a cola when you pour it.
Yes.
You know, it's real dark, real hard to see through, and it has a strong head. I mean, if you didn't know any better, you'd be like, oh, someone just poured me a fresh cup of Coke.
Right.
But
fresh cup of
a
Coke.
fresh cup of Coke. But no, it's an oatmeal stout. I'm expecting, actually, I don't know if they have an alcohol content.
They don't. I checked earlier, but I am pretty sure it's a bit on the higher side.
A lot of stouts, I mean, general rule would be darker color, higher alcohol content, although that's not entirely true. But yeah, I'd expect this to have kind of a high alcohol content. It has a lot of trace on the side, good for flavor.
I'm thinking somewhere in the 8s for the ABV.
That might be true. But anyway, let's give it a taste. Oatmeal cookie,
oatmeal stout. The oatmeal's in there, but it's not a cookie.
No, it does not taste like cookies.
Are you disappointed?
I'm not disappointed because it's a good flavor.
It's a very good flavor. It I don't know if fresh is a word you would often use when describe a beer. That's a fresh beer.
This one's fresh.
But it does have a very fresh taste. But
I mean, we should have tried the nose first. But actually, when I give it a smell, I almost smell. It smells almost a little like vinegar.
Vinegar, really?
But I don't taste that at all, obviously.
Oh yeah, I can kind of. I can see what you're saying.
But yeah, you can taste the oatmeal, but it's certainly more along the lines of oatmeal than it would be something like a cookie or a treat. So it's a hearty flavor more than it is a sweet, candy flavor.
Right. This is definitely something you probably buy a bottle and share with a, friend, family member. Not something you want to pound down by yourself.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's a couple reasons for that. One, it's fairly high alcohol content. 2, it's heavy.
Yes.
But 3, also just the sheer size of the bottle. Not that it's gargantuan by any measure, but you could easily pour 4 small glasses for your friends and just hang out for a while. And it's pleasing. It's not really one of my favorites. I'm not a big stout person.
Sure.
But I think if I had the choice between, say, the most famous stout would be Guinness and this, I'd probably still just go with the Guinness.
Really?
Myself, yeah.
I think I would choose this. It's a bit pricier than the Guinness would be, but I feel like it has a little more character than a Guinness. If I'm using the right words.
I could see that. No, I could see that. I think, and certainly definitely a little bit of a change of pace.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did you have any trouble finding this? Is this something that's rare, or is it out there?
The place that sells beer around here, PA, with our strange beer selling laws, you have to go to a place that sells individuals. You can't buy cases and smaller individual bottles like that. But the place I tend to go to has a very good selection, but this isn't something you would, I imagine, commonly find. Somewhere, if you're looking for it, definitely somewhere with a fairly decent selection.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's a little bit more of your specialty beer store variety brew, but certainly not impossible to find.
No.
I'd have to say, like I said, I think it's good, but not one of my favorites.
Sure.
But certainly not enough to say that Kasey's dad doesn't know his beer. It's pretty, it's good enough to say he does.
You could say he doesn't know his beer.
No, I think he does.
Oh, okay. It goes down. I mean, like I said, it's a dark, heavy beer, but I feel like it still goes down pretty easy.
Right. I mean, I think some beers that we reviewed in previous episodes have kind of this thick feel when you drink them. This is not one of those beers.
No.
Despite the fact that it's heavy flavors, it's not something that feels like it's slowing you down just by virtue of drinking it.
Right. Not overly bitter.
No, not at all.
There is that dark taste to it, but nothing that nothing that you couldn't handle.
Right, and it's nice. I mean, it kind of keeps a bit of its head all the way through the glass, and like I said, a little bit of tracing, so you know that it's got a good amount of flavor, a lot of different ingredients in there, and I still think I'm going to stick to would rather go a standard way, but it is a nice change of pace.
Sure.
Anyway, I'm going to finish the rest of mine. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching. This has been yet another episode of Yet Another Beer Show. That's Kasey.
That's Colin.
And take care to watch us on yetanotherbeershow.com and all those internet websites that have cool stuff. Anyway, take care. Well, now you have this pocket knife.
I'm going to use it to cut the...
You're going to cut the foil.
I have to, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Dad checks out. Dad knows beer.
His story checks out. The oatmeal was good, but the stout was like...
it was good on the oatmeal. The stout made me feel like it was less than.